This is a brand new world, and I'm going to be trying to survive for 100 days straight without dying. And if you actually like this video, then subscribe because it'll make me happy. Okay, so to start out, I got super lucky with the starter chest that had full enchanted netherite armor and a ton of gapples. Now, since I had gotten super lucky with my chest, I used the items I had to go mining. I ended up finding diamonds, like a ton of diamonds. I'm not even joking. So for day 10, I decided to go exploring to find villagers. Well, as it turns out, my world is extremely lucky because I had a ton of villagers in a secret underground trading hall. Day 20 was a little bit different. I wanted to fight the Wither. So apparently, this fight was very hard, and it took me exactly 10 days to complete for some unknown reason. Where do I even begin with day 30? This was the most insane day ever. I went to the nether and found a chest and a bastion with full netherite blocks. Like, how is that even possible? Since I had gotten full blocks of netherite, I decided to make a full netherite beacon for day 40. Well, actually, I made like 6 of them. Everyone can agree that tridents are amazing. Well, that's what I hunted for day 50. It was kind of hard, but I got super lucky every single time because I ended up getting a full chest of tridents. Day 60, the most intense day ever. I almost died that day because I went to a woodland mansion and completely forgot that cheaters are trash at the game. But I eventually won because I burned the entire mansion down. Since I had looting on my sword, I got so many totems. Like I said, this was the most intense day ever. You obviously know what a melon farm looks like, right? Well, I kind of made a melon farm, and now the villagers love me. I could probably make a pumpkin farm and get even more money. I'm only 70 days in, and I'm already a millionaire. I decided to walk 1 million blocks on day 80, just to waste some time. And 5 minutes later, I finally reached 1 million blocks. But once I did, I got teleported back to spawn. After all that hard work I did, that might have been the weirdest thing that happened so far. I went to an ocean temple, thinking it would be an easy day 90, but I was sadly mistaken, because I couldn't stop getting mining fatigue. So since I couldn't get through, I just dried up the entire ocean. Now I have all the sponges I could possibly ask for, but don't worry, I have an infinite water source to make the ocean look like an ocean again. I've been wanting to save day 100 for the end. I don't think I even had a choice to begin with, because today, I am fighting the dragon. This might be even more intense than going to the Nope, it wasn't. So for day 100, I decided to get 100 shulker boxes full of netherite blocks. This was the most amount of work I have ever done to get this many netherite blocks. Day 200 was the best day ever. I decided to go to a couple of woodland mansions and burn them down. This might have been the most satisfying thing I have ever watched. Day 300 was one of the easiest days ever. I went to the nether and got a couple of wither skulls. Then, I decided to beat the wither 100 times in a row, and I still had a couple of wither skulls left over. So, I just threw them away. Since I had got 100 shulker boxes full of netherite blocks, I decided to make 100 netherite beacons for day 400. This took way longer than I expected. It took me 100 days to build, which is perfect, because day 500 is one of my favorite days. So, we're halfway to 1,000. That's pretty nice, but you know what else is really nice? Making a giant hole. That sounds like a lot of work, but it's fine, because I still have 500 days left. Actually, this may not even be that much work at all. Once I finished making the hole, I decided to decorate it. Since I did a little bit of off-camera mining, I decorated the walls of the hole with the leftover diamonds that I had. I really needed an elytra, because running is just too slow. So that's what I searched for day 600. This took forever, but after hours and hours of non-stop searching, I finally got the elytra I needed. Oh, and also a couple others too. Day 700. This day was very interesting. I decided to go to the end and kill the dragon 10 times, and then after I was finished killing the dragon, I went to an ancient city and tried killing a warden. This was almost the death of me, because this thing is one of the strongest mobs in the game. After I eventually killed the warden on half a heart, I decided to blow up the entire ancient city. Well, that was interesting, but you want to know what's more interesting? Day 800. I decided to go all the way up to build limit and then fall to my death. But since there's these things called totems, that was kind of impossible for me to do. Instead of dying, I just explored. I actually did so much exploring that I ended up walking 10 million blocks. The problem I was facing now was, how do I get back to spawn? Oh, well, would you look at that? I magically teleported back to spawn. Day 1000 might be one of the best days, but for now, day 900 will have to do. I decided to go and do something very risky. I got a pet warden. This was the hardest thing I have ever tried to do. I ended up using 100 totems for this entire trip. And midway through the trip, I ended up killing it. Because Having a pet warden requires life insurance, and that might have been a little too much. Here we go, the moment that we have all been waiting for. Day 1000 was the most intense and most fun day that I have ever played through. Today, I decided to do a Minecraft manhunt. I told my friend that he would have full netherite armor and a ton of totems and gapples. So we went to spawn and started our manhunt. Killing my friend in this manhunt would probably waste my time. So, since I had all the time in the world, I decided to kill him until he lost all of his totems. Once I figured out that it would take forever, I decided to fly away on my elytra. I got to the nether and I immediately found a fortress and got a full shulker of blaze rods and ender pearls. Once he entered into the nether, I was already in the end. I revived the dragon and saw him out of the corner of my eye. I had to kill the dragon before he did. He went to the middle and placed TNT all around the portal, and once the dragon was perched, he lit it up. I lured him to the edge and tried to knocking him off multiple times, but he just kept on coming back. He eventually knocked me off the edge, but I had a fishing rod to take him down with me. This seemed like the end, but at the last moment, I put on my elytra and rocketed out of the void and killed the dragon.